The sea was perfect that morning. The sky blue. The waves breaking in just the right rhythm for an unforgettable spectacle. It was the day of the grand finals of the International Surfing Championship. But no one could have imagined what was about to happen. Suddenly, a surfer disappears. Without warning. Without a struggle. Just gone. The cameras capture only one detail. A massive dark shape moving beneath the surface. Then the screams begin. First one, then another. The ocean, once crystal blue, now tinged with red. This is the story of the surfing championship that turned into a massacre, and of the predator that may still be lurking. It all began in a small coastal town, known for its paradise-like beaches and perfect waves. Every year, surfers from around the world gathered there to compete in one of the sport's most prestigious championships. This time, however, something was different. In the days leading up to the event, the fishermen noticed something unusual. The sea felt strange, colder, quieter, and the fish, they had vanished. Some believed it was just a natural phenomenon. Others, the older ones, weren't so sure. To them, it meant one thing. He had returned. But no one wanted to believe the stories. After all, it was just folklore, right? At the start of the competition, everything seemed normal. The first surfers entered the water without issue. But then came the first fall. A surfer vanished beneath the waves and never resurfaced. The rescue team was called in. Helicopters scoured the area. But there was no body, no trace, just a board floating slowly in the foam. And that was when the tide began to change. Literally. Minutes later, another surfer disappeared. This time, in front of everyone. But it was already too late. A massive shadow cut through the surface. Something was moving beneath the boards, fast, calculated. Then the true horror began. The sea turned to chaos. Surfists desperately paddling, beachgoers fleeing to the sand. But the enemy was invisible, until it was too late. This was an attack, but not a normal one. The sharks seemed to move in a group, encircling their prey, as if they were herding them toward a specific spot. That was when one of the local fishermen recognized the pattern. He'd seen it before. In the town's archives, there were reports of a legendary shark, a monster that appeared only every few years, always preceded by the disappearance of fish and a change in the sea's temperature. They said it had caused tragedies before, but never on this scale. The crowd watched in horror as one last group of surfers tried to escape, but the sea was against them. Then he appeared. A colossal great white shark emerged, nearly twice the size of any ever recorded. And unlike the others, he didn't hunt out of instinct. He hunted for dominance. With a single movement, he capsized one of the rescue boats. The ocean became a whirlpool of bodies and wreckage. Helicopters circled above, capturing images no one would ever forget. But just as suddenly as it began, it ended. Everything stopped. The sharks vanished. The ocean, now calm, seemed untouched, as if nothing had happened. The few survivors were rescued. The bodies were never found. Weeks later, a video went viral. A fisherman had captured something terrifying. There, in the depths of the ocean, a giant shadow moved slowly, and with it, other sharks were coming, dozens of them. The tide returned to normal. The championship was never held there again. But those who know that beach know the truth. He's still out there,